Hello, I'm Steve Holland, and I'm one of the instructors as well as a course designer for the course you are now enrolled in. At this point in the chapter, I would like to talk to you about the use of rubrics. I am doing this for two reasons. One, it is a good place to give to you information on how you will be assessed in the course for such things as discussions, journals, and video responses. The other reason is that we have talked about the traditional goals and objectives of education. Now we're going to talk a little bit about how an instructor might collect data using rubrics to identify what it is the students know and still need to know. So with that said, I will tell you now that there are two types of rubrics. One is the analytic, A-N-A-L-Y-T-I-C rubric that is in front of you now on the screen. The other is a holistic, H-O-L-I-S-T-I-C, holistic rubric, which you'll talk about in just a moment and is also going to be very important to you to understand for success in the course. This first rubric is an analytic rubric. It is one that I use to evaluate, assess the students I teach in composition classes. I've also used a version of this rubric in other courses I have taught when I have assigned essays. This is called an analytic rubric because it breaks down the objectives of the essay into 25 parts. So it's a very micro approach. It looks at 25 important things that are needed to be applied in order to have success in writing an essay. And since the students in my Comp 1 class, where I use this rubric over and over again for 5 essays, each of 5 essays, you can see that if I identify for the students from essay to essay where they're doing well and what they need to improve upon, then they will achieve those objectives, because if they study it, if they study what they need to know and take remedial action to address those problem areas, those challenges, then without a doubt they will achieve, they will improve. So in this rubric, I have 4 levels. Now the 4 levels, the top level is worth 5 points. If you notice, the bottom level here is 0 to 2, and the areas are below standards. The students are below the expectations I've set. The second level here is approaching standards. The 4th level is meeting those standards, and the 5th level is they're above the standards. I'm an optimist, so I like to use this color green to show students from the outset that this is what it'll look like if they are achieving this particular level. Now hopefully they all will meet the standards, and I'm very happy if I get students to meet the standards. Just for the purpose of what that is, in my course it's 80% or better. So it's meeting 80% of the objective or better. So on a 4-point scale, I want students to hit a 3.2. So that's a high expectation. I believe in setting expectations high. Therefore, students will meet them if I tell them specifically what it is I want them to achieve. And so, of course, it's very common. Most of you have had a composition course somewhere along the line that will do similar things. But we're looking for things such as thesis, strategy, vivid language, viewpoint. Can you write an introduction, conclusion, audience? Do you understand the process